45. Tonight, you will give me a hard time. For even Jesus Christ did not come to be savvy, but he came to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Jesus came to serve. No matter what you are called to, no, we believe and we respect our pastors. First of all, this church respects all our pastors and all of the ministers. We respect our deacon and deaconess, we respect our leaders and all of that. Yeah, sometimes we get under each other's skin. No, I'm in no way convinced that we got honor ruling people. No, we got people and we should respect our leaders. So that is, but then our leaders also should know that I am a leader because I serve. Period. Because I serve. I noticed that the church always, church people, I like them all. They be watching who all is doing stuff in their church. And the pastor come up. Oh, today is Kwesi birthday. Let's do this for Kwesi. I want us to raise money. Everybody say, The pastor don't know. They're not saying nothing. They just thinking. Pastor come back the next day. He said, oh, today is Emmanuel's birthday. The whole church start, wow. Everybody start bringing for Emmanuel. And you think that, what's going on? Because the people watch Kwesi and Emmanuel in the church. People, they see people, what they're doing. People serving, people working, people doing this and stuff. So there will come a time where the pastor will not have that ability to make first of all, I got to take my own money and give it. If I feel, today is Mother Day, said our business, I'll sit down there. Yeah, I'm giving her 1 cent. Pure. So let's serve. God wants us to serve. He wants us to be responsible for something. Luke 12:48. I want to get all my scriptures up on the media so it's saved up. And then Luke 12:48. Did I say what? Yeah. But he who did not know, yet committed things deserving of stripes, shall be beaten with few. For everyone to whom much is given, from him much will be required. And to whom much has been committed, of him they will ask the more. As you grow as a child, we need to start to demand from you. So let me ask you some questions. I don't know what I should ask yet. Once again, it's different family. You know I don't care about any answer. I just want to get the answer. So different folks, different strokes. So if your child is living with you, they should start contributing to the bills in the house. I already finished calling age. She said 21. She asked any other question. She put no condition to it. Just said 21. If you're in the house, you're 21. You're going to start contributing. So I was in college full time. And they're not working. Okay, so you're thinking about that? Okay. Capitano, let's go to Romans 14:12. I'm going to start speaking my English. Go Romans 14:12. Ready, read. So then each of us shall give account. We are talking about responsibility. Asking your children to contribute to some things is not because you are a mean parent. It's because you want to teach them ethics and maturity. You want to teach them real life. If you want to spoil them, keep sheltering them. If they don't know the value of something, they will throw it to swines. It's good. It's good for them to learn. I don't know. I don't think they watch. I don't think Emma Elise will watch, so she won't have no problem. I don't know what happened. Says Maria, last year Elise decided that she must go to work. And to be honest, I don't blame that little child. I blame her mother. And I blame her father. No, I blame her. I blame Elise's mother and father. You can't believe Edie's mother and father helped Edie Elise to do application for job, and Elie's father put Elise in the car and carry Elise to Bronx and to what the other fast food place near mother? Chick-fil-A and all of that. So I don't know all the questions they ask because me, I'm not inquisitive in my family. I do church work, I leave them. They won't tell me. But one of the questions I think they ask Elise is, can you drive? No. Do you have a car? No. Who gonna bring you to work? My dad. So I told Elise later on, I said, you know why the people ain't give you that job? I said it was based on some of those answers. But the truth there is that you have to reach a particular age to be able to tap into something. Now maybe another 15 years old could get job from different company and stuff like that, which happens. Yeah, it's a requirement. They won't call them, but it ain't happening in this case. You have to be mature and you have to be responsible. And to be able to, so being responsible as a child is important. Capitano, let's go to that note. I think I will jump a whole lot of things to keep conversation on that. Let's go into our notes. Okay. Let's leave. Yeah. Okay. So I told you before I will use a natural child against a spiritual child to teach tonight. Let's flow there. I think I have some. Okay. So I have questions. My friend sent me to church today to ask you some questions. Pastor Ron grabbed the mic. And I'm serious. I want everybody to answer one of those 3 questions. Everybody that come here. I'm looking for your trouble. Answer any one of them you want to answer. Those are the questions my friend sent me to ask. Number 1, what are you doing in your church? And if you think this is a troublesome question, then I feel in my position as a pastor whole month to stand before my congregation and say, I'm teaching them spiritual growth and spiritual maturity, and I'm teaching them how to serve. And these questions cannot be answered. What are you doing in your church? Number 1. What 2 things, and I know there are plenty, are you responsible for in your church? Minister Ben, you know the word responsible? You know what it means? Okay. What 2 things are you responsible for in your church? Number 3, what sacrifices are you making for God and your church? When you see that word, sacrifice, is a normal word for an adult, for a parent. Sometimes our children don't know that we're making sacrifices. They think because we're smiling and going to work, they don't know the prices we are paying and other people. So I got those 3 questions, no pressure. Pastor Ron, pick one of them and answer it before you pass the mic.
I'll go with number 3.
Number 3.
The funeral is an example. Even prior to, once the date came out, automatically knew I would not work on that day. And I tell people, I do the lowest position because what I do outside of work is more important than what I do inside of work. So I must be able to control my time. And so even though 10 hours of work was gone, I know my God, he'll cover me on the 10 hours.
So you sacrifice a day job,
yes,
just to come, yes, and to serve in a church, as a pastor. That's a little one. Okay. Question. Who want to answer any one of the 3 questions? Anyone you want to choose. Pastor Ron got a mic. You put your hands up. He will come to you and you just do it. What are you doing in your church? You put your hands up, you come. What 2 things are you responsible for in your church? Maybe 1, maybe 7, maybe 10. The way our church wire, more than each one of us are responsible for multiple things. So we need more people. Yeah. What sacrifices are you making for God in your church? Nowadays, I notice that sacrifice is a very evil word. Every time, especially in church, people be watching you to see whether you're going to ask them to make a sacrifice. And if you ask them, they'll think you're heartless. They think you're heartless. If it's not easy for them, if it's not in their reach, then Nobody want to do it. But life comes with sacrifice. We make sacrifices. Okay, y'all ready? Spoiling this Bible study is 8 o'clock, and I got 30 more minutes to finish. Deaconess, yeah, thank you. Number one.
What are you doing in your church?
Y'all said.
I serve in the diaconate ministry, and we're in charge of doing communion. We try to fast, and we take turns to do it. But because we are short in our ministry, not too many, it's just me and the kings, and I'm making that sacrifice to make sure that we do the communion. And number two, what two things are you responsible for in your church? As an overseer of the prayer ministry, you have to make sure we have people to lead the prayer line. And
You didn't a joke?
since we don't have enough people, sometimes I lead all morning on Thursday and all night on Thursday.
Overtime is allowed.
So that it's very challenging, even though you know you have other things to do for yourself. And then you have to, people will call, oh, I'm not going to be on the prayer line. So all those are sacrifices in the giving.
Yes, ma'am.
We're praying to God. So that is for my church.
Okay. Pastor Ron, your wife. Oh, sorry, Minister Chupi. Yeah, this not church. Then our husband will be in the Minister Chupi.
I just want to say, for number 3, the sacrifice, it was the funeral, because I've been sick for the past couple of weeks, and just coming on that Saturday when I could have been home and resting, but I had to be here all day
Yeah.
and stay the whole day, for the funeral. That was a sacrifice.
No. You're not talking the truth. Saw the whole truth. When I ask you a question, answer. You were packing chairs. All those chairs you see on the wall. When we went to the burial site, you stay here with your husband, you were toting him, and you were not feeling well. Those things are, you see, sometimes we see those things, sometimes we don't see them, but God rewards us. Yeah, He rewards us. Do you know that there are some other people, as not a small finger, that, how they call the finger, pinky? Something wrong with the pinky, they're not coming to church? But then you call them, Pastor, my finger. Yeah, that's sacrifice. Do you know tonight, do you know why this Bible study is not 3 times this crowd? It's because of number 3, sacrifice. The reason why this Bible studies is not 3 times this size tonight is because of people don't want to make sacrifice again. Oh, I've been to work all day, it's stressful. I got to drive way to the church. I got to do this, I got to do that. It's about sacrifice. So let me let you know, even being here tonight, maybe for me, it was not a sacrifice. Let me be honest with you. That's my calling. That's my job. This is where I get compensation from in order that I knew I had to be here, just like you had to be to work and some other thing. However, many of you, it's sacrifice. You could be somewhere else. You know, you weren't there when they killed Jesus. You don't have to be to every Bible studies, right? That's what a Christian told me. I said, look, my man, you don't like coming to church. What's going on? He said, Pastor, I was not there when they betrayed Jesus. I said, you betray him right now. Can I pass those things? Is there anybody want to answer? Yeah, Pastor D.
Yeah, I don't mean for this to sound funny, but I really feel responsible to hold up my pastor's name. And
The day you get flogged, don't come look for me.
I'll run behind you. I feel that responsibility. It's just so many things that goes on, and sometimes we have to be in the background, putting out the fire, and
Yeah.
that's
And,
how I feel.
and let me say this. Anything anybody talk, I'll talk back if I got something. I can't. If I just go see a member that going to Minister Ben Church and just say, oh, you know, I invited you to my